And hello everybody, welcome back to episode number 213 of the CheckX series. If you're new here, as I say every single day, the CheckX series is pretty much all about me, your host Ivan, discussing absolutely everything that y'all talked about yesterday on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, the day before. Today we're going to discuss what he talked about yesterday on, almost said Sunday, Friday, July 17th, 2026. He posted just about 62 times yesterday. We're going to get right into the episode here, not to waste your guys' time. Starting off, not as we usually do, with XAI and Grok developments. Starting off this segment, Elon confirmed that X Premium Plus is now included for Super Grok Heavy users at no extra cost. Also, Elon highlighted that Grok 4.5 is arguably number one when considering speed and cost efficiency. Noting it is significantly cheaper per task than competitors like Claude Fable 5, being more expensive. Also, Elon noted major updates to Grok Build, including open sourcing the tool, smarter workflows, and improved enterprise controls. Also, Elon emphasized Grok's superiority in coding and CAD or spatial reasoning, asserting it outperforms models like Claude Opus for fast builds. Also, Elon reposted information regarding XAI's zero data retention policy for team-wide documents and prompts. Also, last but not least, Elon shared content created by Grok Imagine, suggesting its potential for creating credible and high-quality films. And moving on to SpaceX and the future of space. Starting off this segment, Elon addressed the automatic launch abort of the Starship V3 flight due to engine ignition issues, stating a new attempt would likely happen early the following week. Also, Elon doubled down on his claim that SpaceX will eventually be worth more than Earth, exceeding $600 trillion if its goals are eventually met, specifically by acting as the landlord and infrastructure provider for a new space-based economy. Pretty much single-handedly. And also, moving on, Elon discussed how Starship could reduce launch costs by 100 times, birthing new industries like asteroid mining, space-based solar energy, for example, Dyson swarms, which is technically the meaning of that, and Mars terraforming. And last but not least, Elon reposted a theory that Starship is essential for a future $28.5 trillion market in orbital data centers and AI. Moving on to artificial intelligence industry and the future. So kind of going back to the AI segment, starting off, Elon predicted that artificial general intelligence, or AGI, which we haven't talked about in quite a bit of episodes, will be achieved within 1 year max. Also, Elon stated that in an AI-driven future, there will be no dollars or scarcity of goods for individual consumption, potentially making everyone trillionaires technically. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. Elon also engaged in comparisons between Grok 4.5 and Kimi K3, a new 3 trillion parameter model, noting that while Kimi is strong at front-end coding, Grok remains faster and more efficient. Also, Elon agreed with the prediction that AI agents will eventually replace web browsers, websites, and most software as a service, or SaaS, models. Last but not least, Elon also interacted with views that Western AI models are being lobotomized by excessive safeguard restrictions compared to more permissive Chinese counterparts. Moving on to Tesla here, starting off this segment, Elon announced that Tesla is now available in Uruguay. Very cool, with the Model 3 and Model Y preparing to ship. Last but not least, Elon also, the source mentions Elon also mentioned a successful 960-mile FSD streak with 0 interventions during a road trip to a Tesla Oasis. Very cool. Moving on to Starlink here. To wrap up the episode, Elon noted that Starlink's launch in Ivory Coast in a new trial in Italy, with FastWeb to provide mobile coverage in remote areas. And also, last but not least for the episode, Elon stated that Starlink V3 would increase space-based bandwidth by approximately 2 orders of magnitude. Very cool. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a very interesting episode, and this pretty much wraps up as number 213 of the CheckX series. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you for watching. I recommend dropping a like, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. I also recommend going back and watching some of the other recent CheckX episodes just to get a nice little sequence of events going for you based on what Elon says every single day, because at the end of the day, this is the CheckX series. I'm your host, Simon, and I'll see you